the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Bucks. Well, it was the Bucks in their last game with a loss to Oklahoma City. 5-5 over their last 10 games.
The Bucks look to take charge and nothing. Well, great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And as we get this far into the season, Clark, we start to hear trade rumors float around. Did you ever hear your name floated in trade talks?
You know, I didn't pay a lot of attention to news reports or the media. I would only occasionally read the paper, but there was a year, my second year in the league, where my name came up with Philadelphia possibly, but it was short-lived, and I didn't give it a lot of time or attention.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Kent Bazemore, Lou Williams out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Nowitzki, and it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Now, here's Gasol. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Simmons. Unloads. Nance with the rebound. Harden with it. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Thomas against Williams. Thomas dishes to Valanciunas. The 11-footer, and the jumper falls for him.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here's Gasol. Outside Williams. Gasol kicks to Simmons. Gasol, a screen on Parsons. Williams from outside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
Here's Williams after the basket by Milwaukee. And here is Nowitzki. It's stolen by Valanciunas. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Nowitzki with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back.
Oh! Man, talk about bringing it. You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
That unleash chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. No good from Valanciunas. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. Team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
And here's Nance after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Harden, that's good.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
Yeah, a little mano-mano, back and forth, guys going at each other, giving this game a little bit of edge and personality. I like it.
Here's Williams following the 3 by Milwaukee. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the night.
You do not want to give Nowitzki any room to shoot, especially from the perimeter. I mean, that's where he's most dangerous.
Parsons on the wing. And Valanciunas kicks to Thomas. No good with the triple. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Williams against Thomas. Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those games.
Thomas against Williams. There's the screen. Feeds to Harden. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. 6 points for James Harden.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of...
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to...
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA at this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Simmons is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bazemore at the 3. Thomas passes to Harden. Screened by Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Over Simmons. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
And the Bucks with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Parsons dishes to Harden. Screened by Valanciunas. Outside Thomas. Nance sets a screen for Thomas. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Thomas got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bucks. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attacking of the cup.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. So they take the lead. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harden kicks to Valanciunas. Outside Thomas. Shoots over Bazemore. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Thomas got the game tied up here for Milwaukee. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Thomas. And the basket is good. Williams has got 5 now.
Sliding his way inside, Kevin. Williams taking advantage of that late reaction by the defense.
Here's Valanciunas. Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity. And, you know, he's yet to hit another three after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
You got to respect and you can't sleep on the passing ability of Harden. Love how he zips it over to open teammates.
Outside, Simmons. Over Harden. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Simmons.
Nice job exploiting that mismatch. Realized he had a smaller defense.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports
It is a
halftime show.
good game we have here after one half of play. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. That'll do it for now.
Welcome back to the Great Lakes. We're back on the shores of Lake Michigan here in Milwaukee, in the buildings in the background at Sunset in Wisconsin. And Milwaukee has possession.
And well, they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Harden, and it's Thomas in at the shooting guard. Screen by Valanciunas. Thomas kicks to Parsons. Here's Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Good on both. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Valanciunas, good.
Boy, I like how fast, how quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
And Bazemore kicks to Simmons. Gasol passes to Nowitzki. The kick out to Williams. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. 8 points for Lou Williams.
The quick release. Let's just call him Sweet Lou, pumping it in from deep.
Harden dishes to Thomas. Bucks passing it around. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now the feed to Nowitzki. Kicks to Simmons. Back to Nowitzki. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Nowitzki's got 7 points in the game.
Love how Nowitzki goes right up with it when he's this deep. I mean, not giving the defense any time to react.
Thomas kicks to Harden. Nance a screen. They set the screen. Back to Harden. Nance sets a screen for Harden. And this is the chippy right there.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
There's the pass to Valanciunas. Nance a screen. Back to Valanciunas. And stolen by Simmons. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. The 11-footer hits in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
There's the dish to Bazemore. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Williams against Thomas. 6 to shoot. No good on that one.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The away team up 1. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Nowitzki is out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Williams. And it's Gasol at the 5, roaming the paint.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on a run quite soon.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Pass to Parsons. Right wing. Here's Thomas. Rejected by Nowitzki.
Love how Nowitzki uses his long arms there on defense. Solid at coming up with blocks.
Gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Count it, good. And 12 points for Ben Simmons.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's Valanciunas, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
And Gasol gets it to go.
And with Simmons, you get it all. I mean, the shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Bucks trail by 3. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Harden against Simmons. Up top, Nance. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
You know, Greg, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps it was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game. Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Thomas goes in. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Shooting 5 for 8.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
irresistible.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
Here's Simmons. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, I tell you, how about the passing of Simmons? Just sticking with it on the glass.
Screen by Valanciunas. Thomas kicks to Harden. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Parsons' shot is off. Gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Thomas with the steal. And it's Parsons slamming it down.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. This crowd all over, turned up.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 2. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Nance.
You know, Harden's passing is really ramped up. A terrific floor general now who sets up his teammates with ease.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Simmons. And he overshot that one, missing. Harden against Simmons. Harden the pass to Thomas. Screen by Valanciunas. Thomas kicks to Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot to take the lead. Oh, off target. They set the pick. Williams dishes to Baseman. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires off target from downtown. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate, and Wilson. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Bucks. Hands out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Harden in at the 1. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Thomas, no good. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Bazemore. That shot is off. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Simmons against Harden to take the lead. And the layup is good. Harden's got the first basket here in overtime for Milwaukee.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Pass to Simmons. That one drops for him.
And guys on defense,
gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
He gets that one.
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden.
Gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. They set the pick. Williams passes to Bazemore. He feeds it to Simmons. 8 feet away. Second chance shot. It falls! And a huge shot to tie it up.
And Simmons, just such a gifted player, someone who is mentally strong in these situations.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Here is Harden. 3 from the inbound. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Nowitzki. It's money from deep.
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the pick. Screened by Valanciunas. The 3 from Harden. And again, the Bucks miss.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall. You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, he's an outstanding free throw percentage shooter. I mean, for his career, one of the best is Williams.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Nobody near Parsons. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable the talent this man has and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
Thomas kicks to Parsons. Can't knock in the 3. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
$48, $39, $33. Wow. 66 and 36. Good grief. 24 from Gasol. Wow. 34 points in the paint. Dang.